So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a quick little mini review on the Canon 50mm 1.8, why it's a great lens to have in your bag and why you should absolutely own one. Hi guys, Mandy Jones here, bringing you another quick camera review on some camera gear. And as I said, today we're doing the Canon 50mm 1.8 prime lens, and why would you need one? Right, first off, if you were going to say to me, if you're going to ask me, okay, I've bought a DSLR, I've got a kit lens with it, what is the next lens that you would buy? My answer every time would be a 50mm 1.8. If you were going to ask me, okay, I've got zooms, I want to try a prime lens, which one would you pick? Again, I would say every time the 50mm 1.8. So first off, what's a prime lens? A prime lens is a lens that has a fixed focal length. So in this case, obviously, it's a 50mm. And a zoom lens is one where you've got like a kit lens, like an 18 to 55mm zoom, which means you can go from 18, which is wide angle, up to 55, which is more middle of the range. So with a prime lens, it gives you better image quality because it is just that one focal length. And then from the point of view of, okay, there's times when 50mm you're going to want to get closer or get further away. And the fact then is you zoom with your feet. So a prime lens, if you want to zoom, you zoom with your feet and you move about and you get where you need to be. That's the difference between a prime lens and a zoom lens. So why would you want a prime lens? So for me personally, I think this is a fantastic lens because it's so versatile. So yeah, you can still do landscapes even though it's not wide angle. You just need to move further back. You can do beautiful portraits on it because it goes down to 1.8, and obviously that gives you a lovely depth of field and a nice out of focus background, bokeh and stuff like that. So that's a really nice feature of it. And then if you're doing anything in between, if you're walking around doing some street photography, if you want to do some architecture, again, street photography, it's a great focal length for that. And if you only want to do some architecture, then okay, you might need to get a bit further away. It might be a little bit more awkward. But that's the other reason why I like the 50mm lens, and that's because it makes you think. It makes you think, it gets you out your comfort zone, and it makes you shoot differently to how you would normally shoot with a zoom. In other words, it makes you work for the photograph. And I think that's great because I think if you get this lens as your next lens, then it's going to bring you on with your photography really quick because you've got to be more creative, you've got to think more. Getting to the technical aspects just for a quick minute. When it comes to a full frame cameras are what focal lengths are all based on. So if you put this lens on a full frame camera, it would be a 50mm focal length. Now, if you've got a different camera, if you've got an entry-level camera or, well, basically a crop sensor camera, then it's going to be cropped a little bit, or easiest way to put it, it's slightly zoomed in. So if you've got, let me think, if you've got a 6D, a 5D or a 1D, they're all full frame Canon cameras. They will all have a 50mm focal length with this lens. If you're putting it on anything from a 7D, an 80D, an 800D, or like a 4000 or a 1200, whatever they are, that's come out at the moment. If you put it on any of those cameras, they're all crop sensor cameras, which means it's slightly zoomed in, which means it'll be an equivalent of 80mm on any crop sensor camera. 80mm is a perfect portrait length, so I don't see a problem with that. I still think I've used it on entry-level cameras. I think it's great to use on entry-level cameras. I've done street photography, I've done portraits, I've done product photography, I've done all kinds of detail shots. I've taken it when I've gone on holiday because it's incredibly light. There's not much to it. So it's great if you stick this on your camera and you go out for the day, you just haven't got that weight pulling you forward of a big, long, heavy zoom. So it's fantastic if you want something nice and light. If you're sticking it in your bag as another lens to take on holiday or wherever you're going, it's great because it's so tiny, it's small, it's light, you can just stick it into your pocket and go out for the day, never mind stick it in your suitcase or whatever. So I just think it's a great all-round versatile lens, and that's why I would always say to you, get that lens. If you're after a new lens or your first lens or a first prime, then this is the one to get, personally, from my point of view. You've got autofocus and manual focus on it. You have got a little focus ring at the front. It is tiny, but it's manual focus ring at the front, which is great. So if you want to manual focus, you can. It does have automatic focus as well, and that's very good. And it is an EF lens, so basically it fits on any Canon camera. So where can you go wrong? And again, it's retailing at around, I think it's about $100 and just under £100 or around that to buy. So in photography terms, it's incredibly cheap. It's like the cheapest lens I can think of out there to get, and it's an incredibly fun lens. You will have a lot of fun shooting with this lens. Go out with just this on your camera and no other lenses in your bag, and it will make you think, it will make you be more creative, and it will be a lot of fun to use. So that's my quick little review of the 50mm 1.8, and as you may have guessed, I'd say definitely go and buy one. I think great little lens, you'll have loads of fun with it and you won't regret it. So thank you for watching. That was my little quick review. If you've got any questions at all, just pop them down below and I'll answer them there. And if you've liked this video and you found it helpful, then please give it a thumbs up, it really helps. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and don't forget to hit the bell, and it will be notifications coming to you every time I put a new video out, so you won't miss anything else. So again, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.